Planning for Emergencies for Floridians with Disabilities and Special Health Care Needs. Floridians with disabilities and special health care needs can prepare for hurricanes and other disasters by becoming well informed, reviewing available resources, capabilities, and needs, making evacuation plans, and preparing evacuation supplies before a disaster strikes. Hurricane season runs June 1st through November 30th each year, but disaster planning is good 365 days a year. Plan ahead to be a survivor. Learn more about planning for people with disabilities and special health care needs and medical records at www.floridahealthfinder.gov or www.floridadisaster.org. Find out what emergency plans are in place in your community, school, workplace, service agencies, etc. Check whether those plans have considered your specific needs. To find out if you live in a hurricane evacuation zone and register for special needs programs, contact your local emergency management office. During hurricane season, pay attention to official announcements prior to an emergency through local media sources. Determine which ones provide the best information and are most accessible to you. Ask friends and neighbors to keep you informed as well. A NOAA All Hazards Alert Radio is a practical and cost-effective means to receive emergency information. Consider how an evacuation will affect your daily activities and daily health care needs. Make a list of your specific needs before, during, and after a hurricane evacuation. Create a support network. Create a support network by making a list of family, friends, coworkers, personal attendants, service providers, and others who can be part of your emergency plan. Choose at least 3 people in each location where you spend time, such as home, school, and your workplace. Talk to your support network in advance about your plan and remind them of your plan as hurricane season approaches. Include people both in and out of your immediate neighborhood or community, such as a relative in another state. If you receive regular services, home health care, transportation, dialysis, make a plan with each service provider. Learn about their disaster plans and how to contact them in an emergency. Work with them to identify backup service providers. Get a plan. Work with your support network to create a personal emergency plan. You should have a different plan for places you spend time regularly, home, work, or school. This will help as you consider alternative plans relating to hurricanes. To create a personal or family disaster plan, go to www.floridadisaster.org today. If local officials call for an evacuation, consider whether you want to shelter with friends and family and how that would work for you. Also consider how a public shelter would meet your needs. Use this opportunity to make a basic plan that includes not only hurricanes, but all hazards that can impact your community, from a neighborhood fire to a major disaster of any kind. Learn about emergency exits in your school or office building, and be sure you have at least 2 ways to get out of your home in an emergency. Discuss emergency exits and plans with officials in your school or workplace. Remember to include strategies you already use to deal with power outages or transportation delays or breakdowns. Identify your resources. Ask yourself what resources you rely on regularly and determine how a hurricane, electric power outages, lack of air conditioning, or refrigeration might affect your access and ability to use them. This checklist can help. Do you use communication devices? Do you depend on accessible transportation to get to school, work, medical appointments, or to other places in your community? Do you receive medical treatments like dialysis or self-administered treatments such as glucose testing and insulin shots on a regular basis? Do your medications need refrigeration? Do you need assistance with personal care? Do you rely on equipment that requires electricity or other special medical equipment? Do you use mobility or daily living aids such as a walker, cane, wheelchair, scooter, bath safety or other bathroom products, dressing aids, drinking straws, etc.? If you have a service animal, do you know the plans in your city and state regarding service animals? Do you know what you will need to bring with your service animal, such as food and feeding bowls, identification tags, veterinary contact information, proof of up-to-date vaccinations? A list of what you will need for an emergency supply kit is located at www.floridadisaster.org. Create a communications plan. Make sure you and members of your support network have a list of contact information for everyone in the network, along with names of your doctors and other service care providers. Make sure you have alternative ways to communicate if phones are not working, such as an assigned meeting place, use of pagers, email, or other technology that does not depend on phone lines. In case telephones and cell towers are not operational, you may want to make a list of contact information on paper that you normally store in electronic devices. For more information on how to prepare for emergencies and disasters, visit the Florida Division of Emergency Management website at www.floridadisaster.org.